Podium Audio presents Do As I Say, Not Who I Did. Honest advice on hookups and relationships in college. Written by Ali Drucker. Performed by Dara Rosenberg. Orientation starts now. It was sophomore year of college, and I was lying on my back, half naked, when I noticed something starting to sting, and then slowly burn. After I gently tapped my partner on the shoulder, he popped up from between my legs and asked what was wrong. I was about to say, "I'm not sure," when I noticed, to my utter horror, there was an Altoid mint still in his mouth. Equal parts mortified and traumatized, I ran out of my dorm and into the shower, rinsing the residue of winter-fresh mint out of my vagina. And then, of course, I immediately went to the dining hall and told all my friends, warning them of my urban legend-esque hookup disaster that had turned all too real. That moment was perhaps the genesis of this book, in its own odd way. Not because I think the world needs information about the perils of after-dinner mints, but because there are far too few resources to prepare us for the scenarios we have no idea we might face when it comes to our intimate lives. Simply put, the purpose of this audiobook is to give practical advice for an impractical time. College. In the first 2 months after arriving at school, I had already hooked up with 3 guys who lived on my dorm floor. That's not 1, not 2, but 3 daily opportunities to awkwardly bump into someone who had seen me naked as I scurried, shower cap clad, to the bathroom. By my second year, I knowingly made out with my friend's crush in front of her at a party. I told my boyfriend I loved him while high on mushrooms. My friends kept track of the number of shots they'd taken by marking horizontal slashes on their forearms with a marker. I kept track of all my sexual partners in an iPhone note because I was scared I'd forget. These kind of impulsive antics are what college is about. But like many of my peers, I'd had only basic sex ed at my suburban high school. And though I arrived on campus with some experience, assuming you consider a few sessions of awkward, fumbling sex that resulted in approximately 0 orgasms experience, I felt completely in the dark about the difference between antic and unnecessary risk. And things didn't clear up anytime soon. After a whole bunch of trial and error, I learned how to balance my newfound social freedom with the real reason I came to college in the first place. Learning, duh. But grasping those lessons didn't always feel good. Having to ask your friend for the geology notes because you and your boyfriend slept through class together doesn't exactly make you feel like you're getting the most out of school. I'd often wished I had the benefit of some older, wiser, cooler, non-judgmental voices to shepherd me along, and maybe even help me make smarter decisions, like perhaps not volunteering to be the model for the Clue Cheese Whiz bikini on an R-rated campus scavenger hunt. So, I've written the book I wish I'd had when I was in school. In these chapters, you will find straightforward, unflinchingly honest, and research-backed sex and dating advice from myself and experts in the field of sexuality whom I consulted, with the ultimate goal of helping you develop a healthy sex life as you prepare for and navigate the most exciting and often the most confusing years of your life. So enjoy the education. It is college, after all. Heads up. This book contains frank discussions about unwanted sexual contact throughout. 1. You don't owe anyone sex. Giving, getting, and withdrawing consent. "I don't know why this is happening to me," Jacob said, pulling on his boxers and conveniently avoiding eye contact. "I've been with girls much hotter than you." Instantly stung, I flushed a shade of red impossible to see under the blue glow of his MacBook. You'll never forget where you were the first time a guy blames you for his erectile dysfunction. I sure as hell can't, and I've tried. I was 1 week into my first semester of college and didn't know why someone who was complimenting me hours ago would be insulting me now. But instead of throwing off the twin extra-long sheets and storming out of his dorm, I stayed and listened to him explain.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?